I'll tell you right now. Okay, it's recording. So whenever.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ramon Mesa. I'm the founder of POST. It's a collective that sets up shows and events for people that do stuff with music, art, and film.
So who is involved with Post? Who does Post? First, who is involved with Post?
Well, right now, immediately, it's myself, my friend Julian, uh, you, Barbara, and our friend Lauren.
Um, I okay. Who do you think Post attracts? Like, who is Post for?
I guess it's for the people that want to make their own music and put a lot of work to put it out there, like whether it's like through DIY stuff like zines and making tapes and stuff like that. And also people that would want to make films and maybe do other art stuff like making I don't know cartoons or graphic designs and stuff like that. And probably I don't know a good amount of people that skate because I guess all of our immediate friends that do all of that stuff kind of have a hand in everything. So it's people that are very self-driven to do their own things and put out their stuff into the world through their own means, I guess.
Awesome. Um, is Post tied down to a location or is it broader than that?
I'd like to think that it's just a very general thing that could be anywhere and can be with whoever or whatever. But for the most part, since we do stuff in Miami, it's kind of very centralized here, with us and our friends that do a lot of music shit or film stuff or art stuff and people that throw shows and do events or whatever. It's centralized in Miami, but can be anywhere with whoever.
Do you guys focus on specifically bringing up artists in Miami?
Uh, Not specifically, but since a lot of our friends are here, a good amount of it is gonna be in Miami for sure. But I'm also super down. We have friends in California or in Texas or even some in New York, and so if for whatever reason somewhere someone from there were to hit me up and be like, "Dude, would you be down to put out a record?" and I generally fuck with it and I love the album and I want to do it, then I definitely would for sure. So it's not specifically only to Miami. It's just a lot of the stuff is here because most of us are here.
Um, where does Post want to go? Like, how will it grow? Um, yeah, just how do you picture Post growing? Like, ideally, without any limitations.
Um, well, yeah, if without any limitations, I'd want to turn Post into some company, some big ass company, fucking awesome, or like Cult Records or what Burger Records was at a certain point, even though that they ended up in a bad place or whatever. But something really big that can set up festivals in other countries and stuff while doing random skate events or like um we even talked about recently wanting to do like 80s style skate contests things like that or whatever. So I just want to be able to do really big things at some point as a um how Beach Goth was in Dodger Stadium in LA at some point. Me and Miguel were talking about oh, it'd be cool as fuck to one day do a whole festival in Marlin Stadium, and it's relatively easy because there's not much going on there anyways right now. But so whatever point is to get big enough to be able to do whatever wherever. It's oh, we made a film with us and our friends, let's have a screening in a movie theater, or oh, there's we want to set up a festival, yeah, want to shoot for being able to do a festival in Marlin Stadium or something, or also just have events anywhere in the country or in the world, and just have a kind of be where everything is kind of worth a lot because there's a lot of effort put into it. Like kind of like how fucking awesome is like a like company that like makes clothes and like skateboards and like all this stuff, and like all of like the stuff is worth a lot of money, and like a little bit is like all right, like it doesn't have to be that much like worth that much money, but it's like the effort is there, so like the outcome like reflects the effort, and I think that's like appropriate and makes sense, and so that's what I would want to like shoot for in this, like not saying that I'd want to make a lot of money to make like for the sake of making a lot of money, but I'd want to make a lot of money to be able to do a lot of things for like myself and a lot of people that I care about, and also just people in general, like how the Growlers would like wanted to do beach goth, and like they did it, and like it was like involved a lot of people and did a lot of cool things, and so in the same way I'd want to do that with Post as well for sure.
Yeah, without the sex allegations, ideally.
Yeah, without yeah for sure without anything like regarding the growlers without that stuff, and then without like with like Burger Records, like all like the grimy shit for sure.
Yeah.
But like basically getting the good things from all of these people and like applying them in a way that like works well and like is cool with everybody.
And finally, what is your personal relationship with Post? How does it connect you to other artists and to the world? Like, how does that make sense? Like, how is it personal for you? And how does that connect you to something bigger than yourself?
Well, I it's personal for me because it's like the way that I specifically put out music and art and movies and like whatever like goes on in my head, like it's like the way that I specifically get that out and make it like something tangible and real that is like put out into the world and like other people can interact with and stuff, and in doing that making a lot of great friends from it and like creating a lot of great experiences from it, and like using those friends and experiences and like people and things to like do even more with more people, and like just like in doing all of that stuff just create a big little like universe of a lot of cool things with cool people that like makes room like for everybody to like grow in their own way and like also do things like for themselves in their own way, like whether it's like making movies or art or music or any of that stuff. It's like kind of like if if everybody is busy being themselves and working hard towards their own things, like it's really easy to like just like coexist like that because everyone's just working really hard on like their own individual like selves and in like their own like individual universes, and it's all like coexisting at the same time. And like that's what I like about this and like what I look for in doing this, because it's just like me like being myself and doing my own shit, and then in that it's like, oh, like this kid's like doing his own thing, like I'm gonna do that too, and like everyone's like, oh yeah, me too, and like everyone's just like their own individual self, and in that it like creates like a really great environment for like doing your own things together. It's kind of like how when you go like skate with your friends and it's like, okay, like this is not like a group sport or a group activity, like when you're skating by yourself, but like you are doing your own individual thing and everyone else is doing their own individual thing, and you're having a great amazing time all doing it together. And that's like kind of like a big metaphor for what I look for in like art and stuff, and also just in life, like it's like just everyone on their own grind collectively, I guess.
That's awesome. I had never like thought about it that way in the sense of like being in a skate park because it really is just like everyone's doing their own thing, but there's like a massive amount of support. It's
Yeah,
weird.
like it's cool because just lately I've been watching like I've been listening to like podcasts and stuff, and everybody's like, oh yeah, it's funny, like skateboarding is not a group sport and not a group activity, and you're like completely in your own head, but it's like everyone is in their own heads and they're all like grinding hard, and it's like, oh, like this is sick because it's like you're all kind of alone but together, like the Strokes song, like alone together. But yeah, because of that, it's like amazing. And yeah, it's like that's like a big metaphor for life or whatever, and like art and like all this stuff.
Yeah, and I was gonna that's definitely like um I guess it just connects people like in a very special way without creating like codependencies and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
it's kind of like if you meet a person and like you guys just became friends or whatever, and you're like, oh my god, this kid is so busy being himself, like unapologetically, that I kind of don't have to have any anxiety about me being myself. It's kind of like, you know, when you meet people like that, it's like it's really refreshing because you're just like, oh, like I don't feel nervous or anxious or like I have to have second thoughts about what I say or do because this person doesn't, and they are being entirely themselves and they don't care, and that means that I can too. And like you're just like, all right, for sure, everyone's just being themselves, doing their own thing, and like it like yeah creates like space for like everyone to be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, like I'm just gonna do my own thing and it's gonna be fun, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like doing it that way creates like a potential for it to grow like infinitely in a way because then the more people that like come in, it's just adding to it. It's never subtracting, and I
Yeah.
think that's really cool.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's it. That was the last question.
For sure.
Thank you.